What is up, Midway Mayhem fans? This is Dan, and we are checking back in from a familiar location, Six Flags Great America. It's been a couple years since we've been here, but they have some new attractions, and there's a lot to see and do, so let's go! Ta-da! We're in! And that was a interesting lineup to get in the park. Staggered opening. There is the beautiful carousel. That's right, we're here at Six Flags Great America. It's been a couple years since I was last here. It's a Saturday, temperature somewhere in the high 90s. We'll see what happens, but we're on our way to the brand new roller coaster, Wrath, a Rakshasa. I'm gonna assume it's this way because a lot of the people are heading this direction to the right. There's a split point over there to the left, take you to Goliath and some other attractions, but I want to get on Wrath before the line gets really crazy. And staggered opening again, so they'll hold us here, and then it'll be the running of the bulls. Max Force over there, unfortunately, as we can see with the sign, will not be open. That sucks because that is a hell of a ride. All right, about 1 minute until they release the bulls. Here we go. Run! Run! There's Wrath.
Running is crazy.
And here we are. We've arrived. Awesome views of the coaster too. Love how it's right here. And there's the station with the lift hill. They do have some theming. It's nice. Right underneath the lift. That's pretty cool. They have a conveyor belt system for loose articles. So you put them in the cubby and it'll greet you on the other side. It goes over the station too. There we go. We're getting row one, baby. Yeah. And our chariot has arrived. Alright, so we just did Wrath, and might actually be my favorite of the B&M dive coasters. Pretty smooth, there's no rattle like some people may say. There is a slight shuffle in a couple areas, but the transitions are really good, has excellent speed, and I love the amount of inversions. The only thing I'm not a huge fan of is the vest restraints. I like the traditional ones that are a little bit more open. You can fly around in the seat. Man, if this had that, oh gosh, that would be awesome. But scale of 1 to 10, I'm gonna give that one probably an 8.5. Really good ride. Already has over an hour wait, but we did the new attraction here. We're done. So we're gonna move on to the next roller coaster. Well, the park is opening up a bit. I'm I'm gonna head towards the back. Wait time should be a little less over there. So we have Demon, we have X-Flight, a couple other rides. Demon Aerodynamics. It's an older ride. Over here we have Hall of Justice, Battle for Metropolis, indoor dark ride shooting game. And then over here we have the Southwest Territory, Ricochet, flat ride attraction. As you can see, spins and goes up in the air, sways out. We're heading over here though to Raging Bull, B&M Hypercoaster. Giant drop, Intamin drop tower. There's Bull. Yeah, buddy. Lots of queuing for this thing. Last time I was here, I did this as last ride of the night. Today, gonna be second ride of the day. And here we are, just outside the station, so maybe a 5-10 minute wait. Not bad. And here we are. I'm not picky, I'll go row 2.
If you're ready to run the original, can you say yeehaw? Yeehaw, thank you. Perfect. Enjoy your ride. No problem, see you later.
Raging Bull, all done. Man, do I love that ride. Awesome speed, and they had very, very, very light trim brakes at mid-course on. It was all in the mail. It really was. Good G's, turns were awesome, layout's amazing. Man, scale of 1 to 10, I'm gonna give that one a 9. It's one of my favorite rides here at the park. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I'm glad I had a chance to do Raging Bull again. Another attraction over here is a pirate ship called River Rocker. And here's X-Flight, B&M Wing Coaster. It's a fun one. And now we're at the entrance. Let's do this. Hopefully not much of a wait. One thing that you'll notice about a lot of the big roller coasters here, well, they're right next to the ride as you're waiting in line. So awesome visuals as you wait. Lots of low-lying areas, head choppers all over the place. Look at the size of that pendulum. That thing is massive. One thing I do like about the park here, they do have a no line jumping policy that actually has a number you can call and report people. Alright, so we're in the station. One bummer though, it's running one train. Ouch. Only had to wait about maybe 10 minutes or so. But yeah, one train, that's gonna hurt. X-Flight, all done, and it's a good wing coaster. Just not a huge fan of that style of ride. I don't know. It's got some good G's. I started graying out. There's no mid-course or trims or anything else like that. The inversions are pretty fun. One of them, you kind of hang there for a little bit. It's a good ride, just not my absolute favorite. Scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give it maybe a 7.5 on that one, maybe a 7 or so. Good attraction. It's just, I think there's better ones here. Tell you what, good thing I got in line when I did, because now it's to right there, and that's well over an hour with one train. So yeah, good planning on my part to do it when I did. Again, awesome visuals. So that big pendulum that we saw in line for X-Flight, it's called Sky Striker. Not in operation just yet. And then over here we have American Eagle, Ace roller coaster landmark. Wooden coaster, we're gonna do it. And this has one of the craziest queues ever. It goes on forever. Woo! Sky Striker just opened up again. I bet you when you're walking in this queue right here and it swings past you, it's gotta be awesome. Yeah, we're walking this mile-long queue. Still going, still waiting. At least the station's right there. Unfortunately, it does not look like Red Train's going to be running, and I don't think it has in a while. And here we are.
Ready to get hyper, cause this ride is better than the Viper. Enjoy your ride.
At least we're running 2 trains on American Eagle. American Eagle is all done. It's got the PTC buzz bar trains. That's kind of nice. Just really don't like that attraction. Anything that pretty much beats me around, it's not a fan. I don't know if I'm getting old and it's old grandpa status, I guess, but I was just jackhammering in some areas. Not so bad where you can feel it in your heart and it's like up and down and all that kind of craziness, but not exactly smooth. Scale of 1 to 10 on that one, give it probably a 6.5. We're on our way to the next attraction. Kidopolis. It's got a couple small attractions here. Apple ride that goes up and the cars themselves spin. Over here we have some airplanes. You can control up and down and they go round and round. Little water play area. And then we have Crazy Cars, which is a little kids cart over that way. Next roller coaster is going to be the Rocky Mountain construction ride known as Goliath. Yeah, I love these style of rides. Let's do it. One fortunate thing, it is running 2 trains, so we're stopped right here. Shouldn't be longer than maybe 15 minutes. We'll see. And here we are.
Prepare for Goliath.
Goliath is all done, and man, that is one intense RMC. It's got the wood on it, so it's not just like the steel, all steel track. It does have a wood on it with topper, and it's really smooth. It does have a couple areas where there is what I would call a pothole, but as far as the turns, transitions, everything feels really, really good on it. Stupid intense, crazy G-forces. Transitions are very snappy, very wild. Speed is amazing on that, and I love the stall where you just hang there upside down for a while. Scale of 1 to 10 on that one. That one, yeah, that's a 9.5, if not a 10. It's a good one. Smaller attraction over here, Fiddler's Fling. So it spins round and round, and the vehicles spin the opposite direction. It's basically a twirl and hurl. No thanks. Moving on. Over here we have Camp Cartoon, kids area. Has some awesome views of Goliath also. Over here we can see the crazy bus. Bus that goes up in the air and spins round and round and round, both directions. Yahoo River, little boat ride. Goes in a trough, spins round and round and round. And then over here, we have Sprocket Rockets. So kids coaster. And there it goes. I love how little kids can ride this and then look up to Goliath and be like, I want to do that one day. I already have the credit, but sure, why not? Let's ride it. Let's do it. And here we are. We're in the station. I don't know, guys. That might be my new number one. Moving on with our circle around the park. We are heading into an area over by Vertical Velocity. It's got Batman, Joker. Loggers Run apparently is going to open at 1:30 and closes at 6:30. So yeah, not open just yet. A little later. Love how Wrath is right there in the middle of the pathway though. That's beautiful. Winter Circle, go-karts, right here. Pretty decent sized track. It's weird not seeing it in operation. Got another coaster, Little Dipper. So it's a tiny wooden coaster. Still want to ride it, let's do it. It's funny, the last time I was here, this line was pretty much going through 2 or 3 switchbacks. So it was like 20, almost 30 minutes for this. Now, we're walking on. DC Universe area of the park. So we're gonna have some familiar characters. The ride I'm looking forward to is right in front of us. V2, Vertical Velocity. That's really pretty. And here we go. Well, this is amazing. We're gonna walk right into the station.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Yeah.
for your safety, all cell phones must be secured at this time.
Clear for launch. 3, 2, 1.
Goodbye.
Just kidding. Welcome back, riders.
Welcome back. For train stops, unfasten your safety belts and
Alright, so we just did vertical velocity. Man, I love those style of rides. Those Intamin impulses, they got an awesome launch. Very punchy. And I love the twist. So on that one, I was in the third row, so we did go way up the spike and did a little bit of that twist. But this is the kind of ride where you got to do it twice. Somewhere near the front, so you can do that. And then you got to go to the back, because on the back spike, you go way up in the air and you just get this weightlessness. Scale of 1 to 10 on that one, that is an 8.5 in my opinion. I personally love the impulse coasters. And I'm gonna go back row now. You gotta do it. Supervillain swing right there. And then we have Joker, SNS 40 free spin. Aquaman splashdown water ride over there. I'm gonna go check out Batman though. Only bad thing I hear is right now it's running one train, so yeah, we'll see. And here's the entrance for Batman. You can see the ride logo right there, the bat. And it's going up the lift. Yep, indeed, one train, so ouch. And the line right now is, well, it's about right there. So I think I'm gonna wait on that one, maybe hit it later tonight when the park dies down a bit. Joker has notoriously long lines because, well, it's not the highest capacity ride. So I think I'm gonna wait on that one for a little bit later, because right now that's looking well over an hour. Mardi Gras over the park, and we have Roaring Rapids. And this attraction apparently is only open from 11 a.m. till 7 p.m. Lots of games in this area. Pokemon! Another spinning attraction, we have the Big Easy Balloons. Another roller coaster, indoor one this time, the Dark Knight Coaster. Dark Knight Coaster, all done. And, well, it's a Wild Mouse, indoors, a lot of bright lights, loud sounds, and very tight turns. Not the smoothest thing. It's okay, though. Scale of 1 to 10, though, I'm going to give it maybe a 6.5. It's not a ride that you're going to run to at the beginning of the day and be like, oh, man, that's my #1 coaster. But Dark Knight Coaster, it's okay. I'm glad that it's here. It's better that it's indoors, though, because with all the weather that they get around here, well, at least having something indoors, it'll still stay operational, so that's good. Superman Ultimate Flight, and, well, I heard earlier in the day that it was running one train, and the sign of doom. Yeah, that's right. So one train on a flying coaster. I don't know, we'll see how bad this wait is, but not looking forward to it. Twisted Superman Ultimate Flight, B&M Flying Coaster. That was a really, really long wait. About an hour and 10 minutes. One train operations. Flying coasters are already hard enough to dispatch. They take a long time. When you're running one train, not any better. But overall ride experience, it's okay. It's not my favorite. There's other flying coasters that I like a little bit more. But this is like one of the originals. It's the Superman. So when they were first starting them out, this is what you got. And well, drop was okay. Pretzel has got some really good G's. Some around like 4+ G's. Turns are kind of swoopy here and there. Scale of 1 to 10, I'm gonna give that one maybe a 7.5. It's an okay ride. There's other ones I would rather do, and I sure as heck don't want to wait an hour and a half again. Look at that line for Superman. Ew. Man, one train is really messing up that ride. Condor, and this is a classic attraction. So it's a tower ride, goes up and it spins, and then the vehicles themselves, while they're grouped together, those spin also. So you can go way up there and go spin, 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 spin. More Midway games in the Mardi Gras area. Got pizza over there, and they have Roulette Dodge bumper cars. We've just about made a full circle around the park. We haven't gone over to the Sky Tower or over to Viper yet, the wooden coaster. Well, we'll get there in a second, but we have a double-decker carousel here. It's gorgeous. Of course, we have the water right here in front of the carousel. Man, that is such a great backdrop for a family photo. Awesome. One other thing to note, and I think we said it in our other video that we had here a couple years ago, they had a sister park, which is, of course, in California. So they had California's Great America, and then they had Six Flags Great America. Both were owned by Marriott and then sold to Six Flags. So if you go to either of those parks, they're going to look very similar in the front entrance area. Well, we've just about made a full tour around the park like what we said, and it's about 1 o'clock, and we're here at Sky Tower. Just opened. Nice. And here we go.
Now it's time to go up and away and show your right.
Academy Arsenal will get right to the top of this 330-foot tower, providing spectacular views of the surrounding area. On a very clear day, you might be able to see the Chicago skyline. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the bird's eye view from the tallest ride at Great America. We are thrilled to provide a season of endless excitement with several festivals that start in June and continue through October. These festivals will have fun, food, fireworks, and fright. Although that promise to fright won't come out till the fall. As we ascend the tower, you can see our two wonderful parks, Six Flags Great America and Hurricane Harbor Chicago City, on 300 acres of land. Looking out over Great America, you can see why this park is a thrill seeker's paradise. Across the skyline, you'll see our 16 world-class roller coaster experiences. With such an incredible collection of thrill rides, Great America is proud to offer more than 20 million rides geared towards thrill seekers in training. You'll find camp couches in East End, which include the Big Easy Balloons, Tabasco, the Columbia. Want to take the family fun up a notch? Try these rides out. Hidden in the trees of Hometown Square, take a ride on our beloved Blizzard. What a Great America's original attractions, the Whizzer was many people's first roller coaster ride, which still holds a special place in their hearts today. For kids and grandparents, this is definitely a coaster for everyone. Something that thrills with a spin? Tap a line on Lobster, a hometown fun machine.
Well, that was awesome. I always love getting aerial views. Glad it opened up. I just wish you would open up. Come on, Max Force. Yeah, that's not happening today. Oh well. The park does have a train, and it's over here at the front entrance area, Hometown Square Railroad Station, so you can board. Today's hours, 12 to 7. Well, while I was running to Wrath, I didn't get a chance to get on Whizzer. And, well, it's open now, and I'm going to go ride it.
And guests between 36 and 42 inches.
Spiral lift hill. That's cool.
Slowly pull the seatbelt from left to right around both riders.
And here we are. We're in the station.
Inside the train at all times. Secure hats and glasses.
Yeah.
Enjoy your ride.
For all clear seats, you're out of here. So you're right on the Whizzer. Bye.
So, exit to your right and down the
And
stairs.
our chariot has arrived.
Of your day here at Great America.
Whizzer, all done. And I don't know how they do it, but that thing is so smooth for being such an old ride. Gotta love Schwarzkopf. Gotta love those rides as it goes through the trees, near the water, all over the place. And it's got a weird seating setup, so 2 people can sit per row. Larger guests in the back, smaller in the front. But there's no lap bar. It's just a seat belt. And a little different, you know? Not something we're normally used to. Good family ride. Not the most thrilling thing, but scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give it probably 6.5, maybe a 7. Because it is so smooth for being such an older ride. But pretty decent. Not bad. Now we're on our way to the next attraction. Another attraction over here, the Lobster, and this is a spinning ride. Again, I was running to that thing, so I totally missed this, but yeah, they have a flat right here called the Lobster. Then over here, Southwest Territory, we went in there a little bit earlier for Raging Bull, but we didn't get over to Viper, and Viper is where I'm heading to next. There's Bull, and there's the entrance for Viper. Great views of Bull too. And Max Force, unfortunately. You know, it's crazy. This used to be an old entrance for Hurricane Harbor, and I remember going through here to get to the park. Now you enter from pretty much the parking lot right at the front entrance. Here we go. We're in the station. So some attractions have crazy waits, while others, you can just walk in the station. Viper, the wooden coaster, all done. And if you've done Coney Island Cyclone, or the Cyclone, the wooden version that used to be at Over Georgia, or Cyclone, the wooden coaster that was at Magic Mountain, well, all 3 of them have very similar layouts, this one included. Except this one is actually pretty smooth, and every time I've been to this park, this is kind of a surprise. I'm thinking I'm going to get beat to hell, and it's actually pretty smooth. Really good laterals, good pops of airtime, and yeah, crews are killing it with dispatches, so I was pretty happy with that. Viper, scale of 1 to 10, probably a 7.5, maybe closer to an 8. It's kind of one of the more surprising coasters at this park, to be honest. filed this under another coaster that I was too busy running to that for. Demon, we're gonna go do it. Get some great views of Wrath from Demon's Q now.
There's nothing to say. Enjoy that ride.
Well, X-Flight was down for a little bit today, and I saw it do some test runs. Line was short, and I was like, all right, well, let's see if it reopens, and it did, and we're about to get on. So earlier I did the left side of the station. Now I'm going to do the right side of the station. And here we go, in the station. I'm going to do front row. Earlier we passed by here and Loggers Run was not open. Well, it is now, and the line is out the front entrance, so well over an hour. Yukon Barbecue Pit, Smoke and Grill. Well, this is the first Six Flags that I've visited since the Cedar Fair Six Flags merger, and we're seeing a lot better food starting to come to the Six Flags parks. And it looks like this place has gotten some love. So they have smoked meat platters, brisket, pulled pork, pulled chicken. You can see $20, but they do have the meal plan. So where that little emblem is, that means meal plan. Over here with the S, that's a snack plan. Let's take a look. So we've got the chicken, pork, brisket, chicken wings. Oh, it's pretty good.
We can get a fruit? Oh, let's get the fruit, sorry.
Hush puppies, mac and cheese.
I'll do the mac and cheese.
That's a bit different. An invert with no wheel covers. So just did Batman, and well, it's just like all the other Batmans at over Georgia at Magic Mountain. It's an awesome ride. Extremely compact, tight layout, and G-forces are insane. Like, you can feel the tingliness down in your toes because the blood is rushing down there. It's very quick, not a long ride, but man, does it deliver. And this one, it's special because it was the first one, and well, it's still running absolutely amazing. So yeah, awesome stuff. Batman the Ride, all done. Scale of 1 to 10, that one's easily going to be an 8.5, if not a 9. Alrighty, so we just did Joker, the SNS 40 free spin, and me personally, I've just never been a huge fan of those rides. I like X, okay? And I like Eugenica, where they actually control the spins. The uncontrolled, man, don't eat a big lunch. If you are any sort of motion sickness, this ride will do you in, and you will be done for the rest of the day. It's fun. The flips are insane, though. Absolutely insane. The G-forces, like, there's times where you're literally going upside down and staying upside down, and you can feel all the blood rushing to your head. Just an insane ride, though. Scale of 1 to 10 for me personally, I don't like it. I give it maybe a 6. Maybe a 6.5 if I'm being generous, but yeah. Joker, all done. The Columbia double-decker carousel. We showed it off earlier in the video, but I'm actually going to go catch a ride right now. So they have a lower level and an upper level. Yet another attraction, the Scrambler. And I've said it before, you can't call yourself an amusement park without a Scrambler. Hometown fun machine. Unfortunately, not open today. Just off to the side of the train station, we have another attraction, Triple Play. Like a Scrambler, but there's more vehicles, and the vehicles kind of rock and sway. But yeah, not open today, unfortunately. And over off to the side of Brath, we have a couple more kids rides. We have the Red Barons, planes that go round and round and up and down. We have the Ladybugs that spin and jostle. And then we have the Tots Library, which is basically a car ride that just spins. Gotta love the mug, and this is going to be a collectible because, well, we got America on there, Six Flags America. Yeah, that's not going to exist anymore. How many other of these parks are going to be going bye-bye? Well, that was fun. We had some thunderstorms for about an hour and a half, and well, it stopped raining, but the line for Wrath is wrapping around that way, so everybody's waiting for it to reopen. Alright, well, we got people on the ride, and the queue is now being filled up. Well, the ride just came back up from being down again for lightning. almost to the ramp to the station. And wouldn't it just be my luck? I am really close to the station, and it just went down for lightning again. Still got a lot of lightning over in that area and over in this area. It's currently 8:30 and the park closes at 9. I really don't think any of the rides are going to reopen. All right, so it's currently about 8:35. Park has 25 minutes left and we have started testing again. So fingers crossed, we're going to be getting on the ride. Got lightning and fireworks. Yay! All right, so just rode Raft. Second time. This time did it in the back row, and I was on the outside seat as opposed to front row and dead center. There was a little bit more shuffling going on with that. A lot more like pumping action as you're going throughout the ride. Wasn't terrible, but wasn't great. I will say that the ride is awesome at night, and I can honestly say I think this might be my favorite dive coaster. It's just really snappy, really fun. The elements are really quick as well. I enjoy it. And now, I'm gonna go get last ride of the night on Raging Bull. All right, almost to Raging Bull. This park is gorgeous at night. And here's the entrance. We made it, yay! Last ride of the night. Yay! It's gonna be a walk-on. Yay!
Enjoy your ride on the race.
Alrighty guys, so that was the last ride of the night. And that was Raging Bull. Front row, baby. Awesome, awesome ride. Love the G's. Love those turns. Tunnel with the first drop. Chef's kiss. So good. And I gotta say, I think that was actually my first real night ride. I've done maybe like a dusk ride on it, but I think that was the first night ride. It's awesome. And yeah, not a bad day here at Great America. Well guys, that's gonna do it for our video here from Six Flags Great America. I had a ton of fun today. Really enjoyed the rides. The only bummer was, well, a lot of the roller coasters were running one train. And in my opinion, during the summer, that is no bueno. Something's got to change with that. But overall, the park is running really well. A lot of people are enjoying themselves. We did have some weather come through that shut us down for about almost 2.5 hours, but still got a chance to do Raft. And my final ride of the night on Raging Bull was absolutely amazing. Of course, we're going to have more updates from here and other places from around the world. So if you like what we do, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and the website formerly known as Twitter at Midway Mayhem. And I will see you out on the Midway.